Hello my dear friends. Today I am again back with the question answer of the chapter Browning version. It is the chapter number 6 of our Hornbill book of class 11. So let us start. Without wasting time, let us start. First question. We get all the slackers. What did Mr. Frank mean by this? Answer. Mr. Frank was a young science teacher. He teaches science to the higher class students. He does not obey the rule of headmaster. He tells the result to the students before the school end. He does not teach science to the lower 5th class. He does not beat the students. He does not scold or punish the students. Then Taplow said that I will take the science if I scold. If my result is good. At this, Mr. Frank disappointed. He believed that those students who opted for science, they all are poor at studies. That's why he says so. Question number 2. What did Taplow consider Muck? Why? Answer. Taplow considered Muck a book named as Agamemnon because the play which is written inside it. When this play is taught to us and when the teacher asks from us to write that play, and if a student commits a mistake while writing that play, then he has to write that word 50 times as punishment. Question number 3. Why was Taplow bitter? Answer. Taplow said that this book was bad. Bad. Then Mr. Frank asked Taplow that why are you saying that this book is bad. Then Tableau says that this book is not bad, but the play written inside this is bad, because when it is taught to us and when it is asked from us to write, and while writing this, if a student commits a mistake, then we have to write that word 50 times as punishment. In this way, Tableau was bitter. Question number 4. Who gave Tableau extra work on the last day of the term? Why? Answer. Mr. Crocker Harris gave Tableau extra work on the last day of the term because Tableau has taken a leave last week a day because he was ill. Question number 5. Why would Tableau have to stay at school at the last day of the term? Answer. Tableau had to stay at school at the last day of the term because he has taken a leave a day last week because he was ill. Question 6. Why did Tableau not get comfort as mentioned by Mr. Frank? Answer. Mr. Crocker Harris did not appreciate to his students for being the good boys in study. Good boy in studies. He gave marks to his students on the basis of their performance. He does not give marks to his students on the basis of extra work. Tableau was afraid of Tableau was afraid Tableau was afraid that his teacher would have rather marked him down for doing extra work. Question number 7. What did Mr. Frank says bad luck. Answer. Taplow was doing extra work in the class when he was waiting for the Mr. Crocker Harris. Then the Mr. Frank asked Taplow that you have been stopped here as punishment. Then Taplow says, no sir, for the extra work. And Taplow says that today the weather is also very good, and all the students were playing golf in this type of weather outside the classroom. And I am studying here at this. Mr. Frank called this bad luck. Question number 8. Why did Taplow say that Mr. Crocker Harris was a hardly human? Answer. Mr. Crocker Harris was middle-aged school teacher. He teaches English to the lower middle class students. He is a strict person while teaching. He obey the rule of headmaster. He does not tell the students their result until the last day until the school will end. Mr. Crocker Harris told a joke in his class. Mr. Crocker Harris teach a play to the students, and when they ask from students that they have to write that play, and while writing, if a student commit any mistake, then he would says that he has to write that word 50 times as punishment. He does not beat the students, but he scolded and punished the students. In this way, we can say that Mr. Crocker Harris was a hardly human according to the Taplow. Question 9. How did Mr. Frank relish Mr. Crocker Harris being criticized by Taplow? Answer. Mr. Frank was jealous of Mr. Crocker Harris because Mr. Crocker Harris has a good hold on his students. He was a devoted teacher. He followed the rule of headmaster. He does not tell the result to the students before the end of the school came. Once, after seeing a scene where Taplow imitates Mr. Crocker Harris in his voice, Mr. Frank asked Taplow that can you please repeat it? Question number 10. उसमें did the Taplow came to school only because Mr. Crocker Harris had told him to do? Answer. Yes, Mr. Crocker Harris had called Taplow to the school for the extra work because he has taken a leave a day last week when he was ill. Question 11. Why was Taplow worried? What did Mr. Crocker Harris reply? Answer. Taplow was worried about his remove. And remove here means result. Because it much depend on how he has performed in the examination. He had gone to Mr. Crocker Harris for asking the result. He asked Mr. Crocker Harris that if Mr. Crocker Harris had passed Taplow, then Mr. Crocker Harris said that I have given you exactly what you deserve. Question number 12. इसमें है Why would Mr. Frank ask Taplow to cut? How would Taplow react? Answer में when Frank asked Tableau that at what time Mr. Crocker Harris coming. नहीं, has to come. Has to come. Then Tableau replies that at 6:30. Then Frank says that it's 6:40. He is 10 minutes late. So that's why Frank told Tableau to cut. At this, Tableau's reaction was that he told that I could not. He told to Mr. Frank that I cannot go from here, because if I go from here, then Mr. Crocker Harris come to my home by chasing me. So I cannot go from here. क्वेश्चन नंबर 13 है ये. इसमें मिस्टर क्रॉकर हैरिस is not a sadist, but still students afraid of him. Why? Answer. Mr. Crocker Harris was middle-aged school teacher. He teaches English to the lower 5th class. He is strict while teaching. Mr. Crocker Harris obey the rules of headmaster. He does not tell the results to the student. He does not tell the students their result because until the end of the school came. In this way, Mr. Crocker Harris was sadist. Here once Mr. Crocker Harris teach students a play which was written in the book Agamemnon. And when the students have to write that play, and while writing, if the students commit a mistake, then they have to write that word 50 times as punishment. So students were afraid of him. He frightened the students in every possible way. Question 14. What did Taplow consider muck? Answer. The book named as Agamemnon. Taplow called this book muck. Question number 15. इसमें है what kind of a teacher and human being is Mr. Crocker Harris according to Taplow? Answer. Mr. Crocker Harris was middle-aged school teacher. He teaches English to the lower 5th class. He is a disciplinary teacher. He is strict while teaching. He has a good hold on his students. He does not tell the result to the students before the end of the school came. He obeys the rule of headmaster. He gives punishment or scold the students. He does not beat any student. This kind of teacher and a human being is Mr. Crocker Harris according to the Taplow. Hello my dear friends. Today I want to tell you that I have discussed some questions of the chapter Browning version of class 11th, and I will come soon with some other questions of the chapter Browning version of class 11th.